Born Standing Up, A Comic's Life, Steve Martin. Steve Martin's story begins in the glow of Disneyland's Main Street, where as a teenager he sold guidebooks and performed tricks for tourists. Those early years, juggling jokes, magic, and banjo tunes, were his first steps toward a life on stage. Yet behind the whimsy was a relentless drive to understand what made people laugh and a quiet determination to invent something new. In the 1960s, Martin's act evolved from sleight of hand to absurdist comedy. He studied philosophy in college, questioning the nature of humor itself. On stage, he experimented with anti-jokes, balloon animals that went nowhere, and punchlines that deliberately collapsed. Crowds were confused at first, but his act was a rebellion against expectation, comedy without the net of setup and payoff. He wanted laughter that came from surprise, from the sheer weirdness of it all. The road to fame was long and lonely. Martin toured coffee houses, clubs, and college gyms across America, often performing for indifferent crowds or empty rooms. He lived out of a car, writing his routines in notebooks, refining every pause and phrase. Slowly, the world began to catch up. By the 1970s, his wild, white suit persona exploded into the mainstream. His shows filled arenas. "Excuse me," and "well, excuse me," became catchphrases of a generation. He was no longer just a comic. He was a cultural phenomenon. But success brought its own silence. The laughter of thousands began to feel distant, hollow. Martin realized that the larger the crowd, the lonelier he became. Fame had made him a character rather than a person. In 1981, at the height of his career, he walked away from stand-up entirely. It wasn't burnout, it was evolution. He wanted to create in new ways, to write, to act, to find meaning beyond applause. Looking back, Martin writes not with nostalgia, but with clarity and gratitude. He sees his career as an act of craftsmanship built on discipline and self-reinvention. The humor that once masked his shyness became a bridge to understanding himself. Born Standing Up is less about fame than about persistence, the long, unglamorous work of turning uncertainty into art. By the final page, Martin has peeled away the spectacle to reveal the human behind the arrow through the head gag. A man who learned that laughter, at its best,